There was a time I got in trouble at school. In 5th grade I played hooky with my friend Ernie. There was a time I got in trouble at school. In 5th grade I played hooky with my friend Ernie. We walked right past the school bus and over to the veterinarian's office. Ernie's dad, the veterinarian himself, was out of town, so all the doors were locked. So we scaled the fence in the back and ran around in the yard and played with the dogs. Eventually the sick dogs were tired out and we were tired of them. Ernie got down on all fours and pretended to be a dog with a lame leg. I joined the skit and pretended to be his cruel owner, mock-kicking him and bemoaning my misfortune. Ernie was pretending that I had broken his other leg when he let out a gasp and put his hand to his mouth in a rather undog-like fashion. I just had the best idea, said Ernie. I asked him what and he pointed at the doggy door on the side of the building. Ernie crawled in and I crawled in after him. The building was dark inside, so I just followed Ernie and he led me to his dad's office. The office was a complete mess. It wasn't dirty or gross, but there was just stuff everywhere. It's always like this, Ernie says, and starts picking things up and explaining where his dad had got them. A Russian doll his friend had sent him, laceless shoes decorated with embroidered dogs from a customer, a small copper marble he had gotten from one of his foreign trading buddies. While he tells me all about his dad's stuff, I look at the odd pictures hung on the wall. Most of them were kind of comical. The one right above desk was a pretty realistic painting of two men on an old-fashioned weighing device. The man standing on the right platform of the scale was very muscular with long hair and wore nothing but a small cloth skirt. His face was turned upward towards the sky with an expression of smug expectancy. The man on the right of the scale was pale and skinny as a rail. He kept his side of the scale even with the help of a very heavy weight which he attempted to keep hidden behind his back, although his thin body couldn't hide the 400-pound steel cylinder. Ernie paused his story to look at it with me. That's my dad's sense of humor, said Ernie and shrugged. It was then that we heard the sound of the front door being unlocked. We scrambled out of the office, past the kennels, out through the doggy door and back over the fence. We ran right past the school bus and down to the creek by our houses. We built little dams and tested them by dropping out of the trees into the lakes we had created. After exhausting ourselves with that, Ernie told me he had something to show me. I followed him down the creek a little ways, then through some thicket. He showed a rather large and gory pile swarmed with flies. See, Curtis, that's the cat pile. When a veterinarian can't do anything else for someone's cat, he puts it out here in the pile. And then she grabs a healthy cat from a box in the back that looked close enough to the sick cat. We looked at the cat pile for a little longer and then ran back to our dams. That night I came home to stern spoon hands and teary eyes. First thing the following day I got called to the office.